I'm gonna have a couple questions in a couple minutes, because I wanted to do something. We're gonna have a little fun here. This is the rapid fire round that I didn't tell him about. I told him it was coming, but I didn't tell him exactly what we were going to ask.
I don't know what's coming.
We're going to have some fun because we always have debates as who could get into the Hall of Fame, and our entire list is online. But who of the current teams right now, playing now, could we see in the Hall of Fame in the future? We're going to give you some opinions. I'm just going to fire some names, and if you all want to chime in, you can. I'm going to start with the Eagles because everyone talks about the Eagles.
24/7, 365.
First name I'm going to throw out is Jalen Hurts.
I think so. I think, especially if he just continues to play solid, I think his numbers are there. I think the Super Bowl certainly helps, but I think Jalen Hurts gets in.
And the Super Bowl does help. Now, I was thinking about this on the way. Nick Foles will be eligible next year, I think, because he retired in 22.
He did,
and so he'll be. Well, okay, you gave me a little.
I was going to say, unpopular opinion. I don't think Nick Foles has the longevity and sustained success in Philly to get in. I think Nick Foles is a story of like two separate careers. He had the backup winning the Super Bowl. He had the year with Chip Kelly when he threw 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But other than those, he's kind of like, eh. Now, greatest Philly sports moment ever? 100%. I will always have a special piece of me being a huge Eagles fan, winning that first one. I just don't know if his career.
That's going to be a debate next year.
100% will go. I'm ready for it.
And by the way, I'm going to fight you on it. I think he should be in. I think he did just enough.
He has a statue.
Yeah, well, but it was sponsored by a beer. But it counts for me. All right, let me throw a couple of names past you. I think Lane Johnson's an easy one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he goes into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I think so too. Brandon Graham's an easy one for us. I don't know if he's a Pro Hall of Famer, but here I'm going to have a couple names here. Jordan Mailata.
The good voice.
I think if he plays a couple more years at a decent level, I could see him. Maybe not first ballot, but I could see him getting in.
Saquon Barkley. He's already had, the last year he wasn't great, but he was still productive, but that 1 year.
So I think it's going to come down to how long he continues to play with the Eagles because of that longevity thing. I hate to even say that because I love Saquon, but
if he has a great year next year, that probably could.
That could tip the scale.
Yeah.
So like a guy like Jerome Brown, who was one of my favorite players growing up, great short career, just not long enough to be, and it kills me because I would like Steve with Nick Foles. I will argue Jerome Brown should be in, but just sort of everybody else is like, it wasn't quite long enough.
Here's a name for you. I'm going to cause some controversy. A.J. Brown.
I think
he has the stats, he has the production, and he was part of a Super Bowl team. But yeah, that's going to be a controversial one.
I think the same thing with Saquon, the longevity piece of it. Now, if he's back next year,
Well,
probably not.
Troublemaker.
Yeah.
See what June 1st brings.
yep.
Let me try a couple flyers.
Saquon's a Penn Stater too. He's a Pennsylvania Philly guy.
Yeah, we haven't really talked much about Penn State. Doesn't influence us as much as say like Temple, but I agree with you.
However, he also is from the Lehigh
Valley.
Valley.
Yeah.
So that
He's got some free. He's got a little bit that might go for him.
and this is why we have the debate.
Yes. But let's go Flyers. Sean Couturier.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do. Especially today happens to be the anniversary of his hat trick on a torn MCL in 2018. By the way,
Nice. I'll throw a couple Phillies past you. These will be fun because we don't have to say Bryce Harper. I think he's the first ballot.
yes, yeah,
Trey Turner.
no.
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 Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, yes.
Now that he just re-signed, yes,
Mm-hmm. Zach Wheeler.
yes.
JT.
I think because Bob Boone and Chucherin, yes.
Aaron Nola. Now we're getting fringe. Had a lot of production for a lot of years, but it's fallen off. I know.
I kind of consider him like a Hall of Very Good.
I'm gonna throw a couple basketball past you now. I mean, Embiid, I think, is the first ballot.
Yes, yes.
Tyrese Maxey, I think, is on his way.
Trajectory is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Here, a couple former Sixers, but maybe a couple guys with local connections. Well, James Harden
No, wasn't here long, wasn't here long enough.
wasn't here long enough, so we can rule out Tobias Harris. How about Kyle Lowry?
Yes.
Enough of a Villanova connection, a longevity in the NBA.
And he's from Philly. He went to
Yeah.
Doherty, I believe.
Okay.
So yes, Kyle Lowry, I think first ballot as soon as he retires.
And then if you get off the Sixers, you got a guy like Jalen Brunson. You know, granted, he's in New York, but I mean, Villanova local connection.
Yes.
We do induct players like that.
It kills me, but yes.
All right, and these are the last things. I came up with 5 rapid-fire questions,
Okay.
kind of the Philly culture questions. I'll answer them too, just for fun. So, first question: which Philly athlete, it could be past or present, anyone in Philly, would you grab a beer with? Do you want to sit down and have a beer? And bonus points, where are you going with it?
Well, I think the two obvious ones I'm not going to choose would be Kelsey and John Kruk.
Because
Just-
drink you under the table.
Drink me under the table, and I think my sides would hurt from laughing. But I think like Tug McGraw would be an interesting one to have a conversation with because and for me, he saw the rivalry from the Phillies and the Mets from both sides. So just to kind of, and he seemed like a fun guy too, but just to kind of pick his brain about the 80 team, and he used to ride in every day from Delco with Mike Schmidt when they played. So just to
He
hear,
tells some really good stories about their trips.
yeah, I was just
Absolutely.
like, what did you guys talk about? So I would go Tug.
I thought about this, and you know, I there's so many. Like Mike Schmidt was my favorite athlete, but he's not my choice. Dr. J. There's one Philly athlete that I think, well, maybe there's a couple that not only was big in Philly but became a cultural icon in America, and I think he's the one. I don't think anyone else
He
matches
was
that.
just on a TV show the other day
Yes.
because the teacher that won the National Teacher Award
Right.
said that he was a mentor for him.
Yeah.
That his father sat him down when he was 5 and said, watch this guy, not just sports, but as a person.
Yeah.
And he watched him and he was always his mentor. And during the interview, Dr. J came out and gave him a
It's-
basketball with the Teacher of the Year.
Nice.
And they immediately bonded. And the teacher, Mr. Smith, he was mesmerized. He couldn't talk. It was amazing.
That's so cool.
Like I said, there's a doctor. We talk about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan wanted to be Dr. J.
Yeah.
That's how it works. So, all right. What is the loudest Philly crowd you've ever been part of, like at a live event? What's the loudest thing you ever experienced?
2004 season NFC Championship game when the Eagles finally, with Donovan and everybody, broke through, and we realized late in that fourth quarter they were going to the Super Bowl. It was louder than anything I've ever heard.
Mine's also an NFC Championship game, but it's 2018 actually, against the Vikings. The Patrick Robinson interception.
Yes, that was a good one.
We were sitting there like the Vikings had gone up, and we weren't sure, but when they got that interception, they showed the video, though you could hear us in Jersey. Place shook, I swear.
It was loud for
Incredible.
that one too, yes.
How about this? If you could, we love Citizens Bank Park, we love the link, but if somebody said tomorrow, we're going to get rid of them all and bring back the vet, would you do it, yes or no? With a better field, let's say, with a grass field.
That's tough because the vet, it was a dump, but I always say it was our dump. So many good memories there. I would say no. I think between the link and specifically Citizens Bank Park, it's just too nice to watch games there.
It had 20,000 more seats though.
That's it.
It did.
How about the Spectrum over the Wells Fargo Center?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
In a heartbeat.
All those 3 levels going into one concourse.
Yes.
I always hated. You got close to a lot of people. Is there a loss? We're gonna go to the negative side. Is there a loss that still hurts? That to the point where you still need therapy when you think about it? And I'm gonna guess we might have the same one.
I have 2.
Oh, you have 2?
And I always can put these both 1A, 1B. The first one I experienced was 2000 NCAA tournament in Buffalo, New York. Temple was a 2 seed. We were all traveled. It was the year that we thought Chaney was finally going to get the team to the Final Four. They lose to Seton Hall, back up Ty Shine, I'll never forget his name, comes off the bench, fills in for the point guard, hits like 7 threes, sends it to overtime, and Temple loses. Still stings me to this day because that was the year we thought we were going to the Final Four. And then the last game, football game ever at the Vet,
I knew it.
2002 NFC Championship game, the Buccaneers.
That's the one we share.
Especially after the way the game started.
Yeah.
Still, I never heard the Vet quiet after a loss. Nobody was screaming. Nobody was upset. We were just shocked and in disbelief walking out that day.
I was living in Boston at the time, and I was with a bunch of people who weren't Eagles fans. I was the only one in the room, and they're just like talking to each other, and I am dying. I had to leave. I left my friends at I'm sorry, I can't be here. You don't understand.
Yeah.
My final question. So, who was the first athlete as a kid that made you fall in love with Philly sports? Who was the first one you rooted for?
Mike Schmidt.
Ah, that was.
And I was at the tail end of his career, but I remember going down to my first game at the Vet, the old orange, brown, and yellow seats they had. And my dad saying, "You can cheer for Mike Schmidt and say it's good." We were in the middle of center field and never stopped cheering the whole time that building was up. But it was Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt was my all-time favorite athlete, but he wasn't my first. Bull. Greg Luzinski.
Huh?
He did.